to RSA News. Here today on Tuesday, April 12th, 1502, we are going to discuss the rebirth within Florence, Italy. For today's news, we are going to talk about the Old Middle Ages, the philosophy of humanism, key people, and new art. We also have with us today Leonardo da Vinci himself for an all-exclusive interview. The Renaissance, a rebirth right here in Italy, is taking place right now. And here's more about the past before it all took a turn for the better. During the Middle Ages, a period of feudalism, the government relied on a mutual exchange between the king's protection and the serfs' crop production. The serfs fell under control of the king, forcefully relying on the feudal system, leaving them with hard labor and unfair treatment. Serfs spent most of their time working on the fields, harvesting crops, and doing other various activities. Most of their crops were given to the king, leaving them a very small portion for themselves. The life of peasants during the Middle Ages was hard. With little to spare and support themselves with, they hardly got by. They worked long hours every day. Day in and day out, they were exhausted beyond belief. However, benefits of the king was that upon invasion, they were protected and safe within the kingdom. After the changes of the Middle Ages, such as the breakdown of feudalism, the Renaissance began to flourish within Florence, Italy. And now here's Sydney with the all-exclusive Leonardo da Vinci interview.
Hello, welcome. Here today with us is Mr. Leonardo da Vinci. How are you today?
I'm good. Thank you for having me tonight on the news.
Yes, so tell us a little about yourself. Where are you from?
I grew up around here in Italy. I found my height of succession during the Renaissance due to my artistic ability.
How nice. What are you most famous for painting?
Most people know me for the Mona Lisa. I'm sure you've heard of it.
Yes, I've heard so much about it. And what inspired you for this?
I really like to embrace human emotion within my pieces and really represent the individual.
And is there anything else you've done?
I've done tons and tons from anything from, my sketchbook to The Last Supper. I really like to embrace, religious aspects as well.
Yes, you truly are a great representation of a Renaissance man. That's wonderful. Thank you. I really enjoy the enthusiasm you put into your work and the classic spin on everything you do.
Yeah, I dabble in and out sometimes between what I like to do, whether it's from humanism or the depiction of the Bible.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you, Leonardo. It was a pleasure having you. And I'd like to wish Leonardo a very happy early birthday, which is coming up in just a matter of days. And now, back to you, Annalisa.
Thank you. And welcome back. Many new ideas began to emerge during this rebirth. These changes included key people's impact and the arts. And now here's more about humanism.
Humanism, a common Renaissance philosophy, revolved around the individual. What are you
Humanism.
doing? No, stop.
Humanism.
Stop. Humanism, a common Renaissance philosophy, revolved around the individual. Scholarly studies of Latin and Greek classics focused on the literal arts, grammar, rhetoric, poetry, history, and so forth. Key Italian humanists included Petrarch, Dante, and Boccaccio. Concerned with educational reforms and goals, many people were interested in this new uprising belief. And here with us is Petrarch himself. Today we have an exclusive guest, the father of humanism, Petrarch. Are you seeing me well?
Yes, I'm good. Thank you for having me.
It's an honor to be in the presence of such a great thinker. So, would you like to explain your views on the popular philosophy of humanism?
Yes, well, I believe on bringing the classics of Greek and previous Latin roots. I admire literature and the art of deep thought.
Who do you admire or aspire to be?
I like to watch the works of my fellow philosophers and teachers.
Okay. So, where do you stand when it comes to education?
I think educational reforms and goals have a positive effect on our society as well as our future leaders.
Nice. So much for visiting with us today.
Thank you again for having me. I really appreciate being here.
After the break, we'll explore the world of Renaissance art. Now, a word from our sponsors.
Hello, and welcome to the School of Renaissance Art, where your dreams of being an artist come alive right in front of you. Here on campus, we teach you a wide variety of art styles, techniques, and designs. All in your own capability, learn how to paint like Da Vinci and get noticed for your works. Join for classes now this fall. Hope to see you there. Enjoy art classes in a comfortable environment here at the School of Renaissance Art. Become a well-developed artist with sculpting and painting classes in a matter of weeks. And feel great doing it. Sign up for classes now.
Okay, so around this time period, art flourished all around Italy. Here in Florence, most artists grew famous and were supported by various rich families such as the Medicis. There was Leonardo da Vinci from before, who painted the Mona Lisa and the Last Supper. He was known as a Renaissance man. And there was Raphael, who did the School of Athens, and Michelangelo with the sculpture of David and his work with the Sistine Chapel. There were numerous writers and painters and scientists, like Boccaccio, who wrote the Decameron, and Castiglione with the Guide to Noblemen for proper etiquette. So anyways, most of this centered around religion and new art techniques, right? Things like oil on canvas and chiaroscuro, which is the use of shading to emphasize a piece of artwork. And all of this founded right here in Italy. How exciting!
The Renaissance, not only influencing Florence here in Italy, also affected other parts of the world. In places such as Holland, Germany, and Spain, the Renaissance spread all across European countries, influencing certain beliefs and practices. In Germany, Albrecht Dürer was the first northern artist to also be known as the Renaissance man. And in the Low Countries, oil painting came about as well as moralistic paintings with fantasy images, such as the Garden of Earthly Delights. Many of these countries later added their own spin on their artistic views, sharing a wide variety of various cultures and such.
Alright, and welcome back to the end of our segment, all about the Renaissance. Just know that humanism was a huge part of the Renaissance. Thank God we got out of the Middle Ages, right? And yeah, there was so many great people around and whatnot. So stick around for tomorrow night. And thank you for watching.